This is the 5-step process that I would use to make my first 1,000 sales selling digital products on Etsy. My name is Lucretia, and I've made over $26,000 selling digital products on Etsy as a homeschooling stay-at-home mom who only works while my kids are sleeping. And for those of you who want to see my Etsy dashboard to see how much I've made, let me share my screen so I can show you. So this is my Etsy dashboard. You can see here my revenue. I'll refresh the screen just so you can see. Here we go. Okay, so $26,000. This is my Etsy dashboard. You can see I've made 4,500 sales. Star seller for January. I'm recording this video in January. And so this is my Etsy dashboard, just for those of you who want some proof. So let's hop into step one, and that is going to be research before you start your Etsy shop. You want to know which type of digital products are being sold. So what are people buying on Etsy so you can just replicate that success. You want to sell products that people are actually buying. So I go onto Etsy and I type in whatever type of product that I want to create. So you can look here and Etsy tells you the top searches for this week. If this is like nothing you want to do, so it's a bunch of gifts. Let's say we wanted to do some type of Canva template, then we would just type that in and see what pops up. See what is selling now, what's popular now. We go over here to all filters. We go down to where it says star seller, click show results, and then up here in the URL, so right here where it says star, we are going to change that to best, and that is going to show us the best selling product. And so now here you can see all of these have the bestseller now or the popular now badge, and that means that people are actively buying these products right now. And so you just want to look through here and see what things it looks like you can create. So here's a pink birthday dinner invitation. So that's a best-selling product. You can do an Instagram profile mock-up, an ebook, a PLR ebook. So PLR just means that someone else can edit this book and resell it. So you just want to look through here and see. So here's a resume template, party animal birthday invitation, DIY gift. And if you're selling digital products, you want to make sure that it says digital download. And so that's one way to do it, is to just look on here, change it to best so you can see all the best-selling products. And then over here, instead of most relevant, you can change it to newest. So now this is going to tell you, so a Bluey product, this is copyrighted. These shops are at high risk of getting shut down. This one, copyrighted, high risk of getting shut down. So you don't want to do copyrighted products. With copyrights, that means another company owns this intellectual data. Like someone owns Bluey, someone else created that. So you cannot make money from products that someone else created. So like Taylor Swift, you cannot make money using Taylor Swift's name without giving Taylor Swift a cut of that money. So you can't list Taylor Swift things, song lyrics, her picture, like any of that. So any type of artist, musician, lyric, characters, any of that is most likely are going to be copyrighted. So you want to stay away from that. But like here, modern, okay, so wedding seating chart. So that's pretty simple to make. Airbnb welcome book template. That's pretty simple to make as well. And so just look through here. These are some of the newest best-selling products. So I would just look through here and start keeping a list of things that I think that I could create so that you can start filling up your Etsy shop with best-selling products. And that's going to increase the likelihood of your shop having best-selling products too, because these are the products people are currently buying. So step two is going to be to create your product. So once you find the product that you want to create, so if you see like these wedding seating charts or like this Airbnb welcome book template, because this looks pretty simple to make, but like let's say you wanted to create like an Airbnb welcome book template, I would just go over to Google and I would just type that in, welcome book, and I would put PLR because that means someone else created it and they're giving you the rights to resell it. So see here, PLR Airbnb bundle, grab one of these and edit it to fit your style. So like we can click into one of these and you can see here, oh no, so you want to make sure it says PLR. So like that did not say PLR. So let's go back here, PLR. Because PLR means that you can resell it. So they're giving you editable version of it, not the done version where you can't edit it. So this one, so Canva, you can edit it in Canva. And like it says here, edit and resell as your own. That's what you're looking for. You'd want to grab one of these and you'll open it in Canva. You can change the colors, change the text on it. So if it has misspelled words or anything, you can edit that out. You can rearrange the pages. So it's like your product. You're just editing it, making it your own. So that's the type of product that you'll want to get. And look at this, it's $9 and it could probably make you thousands of dollars. So this is an investment. You're not like spending this money, you're investing this money to make more money. And so, yeah, I would just grab a PLR version instead of taking weeks to create this from scratch, especially if you're not a graphic designer. You have no design skills. This could take you weeks to create. But with the PLR version or the done for you version, you can just quickly edit it, make it your own, and get it listed in your Etsy shop. Once you have your product created, you're going to move to step 3, which is creating your listing photos. And so a listing photo are like all of these. These are listing photos. So let me type in Airbnb welcome book templates. Okay, let's do that. And all of these are listing photos. So what you want to do is find a listing photo that has the bestseller badge or the popular noun badge and make your own version of that. You want to make sure that you're including the information that is on these best-selling ones, like that's working for people. This one, they have the image of the product here. This one, welcome book bundle. So they tell you what the product is, digital and printable. So they're letting you know that. So they have Airbnb and short-term rental. So like you will just want to make sure that you're telling people what they're getting. And you want to make sure you're looking at the ones that have a bestseller badge or a popular noun badge. And so you want to just make sure you can click into one. And so they just have a picture of the product. They're showing you the pages. So this would be like how you create your listing photos. So have a picture of the product, another listing photo where you're showing individual pages to them, have like a mock-up. So this looks like it might be on like a countertop. So this is called a mock-up. So do that. They're just showing you what you're going to get. That's what people want to know. Like, what am I getting? When I pay for this, what am I getting? Here, they have a list, what's included. They're telling you again what you're getting. So you just want to make sure your listing products are telling people what they're going to get, how they can use this product. Like they tell you get a bonus. So that is incentivizing people. So not only do you get the product, but you also get a bonus welcome sign. And so, this is still a digital product. So you're not going to get like a physical sign shipped to you. You're going to just get this as like a document and they can print it out and make it as a sign and put it in a frame. 100% customizable in Canva, how it works. So you don't want them to be confused. Let people know what they're getting, how do they use it, tell us how all of this works. Like if I'm confused, like what can I edit? So that's the type of things you want to do with your listing photos. And I have an entire video showing you how to make really good listing photos. So I'll link that up above for you so you can watch that. Okay, so let's move into step 4. And so now you have your product, used a template to create it. You have your listing photos are done. So now you're going to go list it in Etsy. So let me go over to where you list your products. So this is what it'll look like whenever you are listing your product. First thing I start with are my tags. So I scroll down until I get to the tags section, which is right here. So we're in details and we'll do tags. And this is your SEO, which is search engine optimization. And I have a video about SEO, how to do it. So I'll link that above for you to watch as well. But a simple way to do it is to find a best-selling product that is similar to yours. So like we were creating an Airbnb welcome book template. And so that is what we'd want to put. So we want to make sure we have this because with your SEO, you're adding the words that someone is going to type into the Etsy search bar to find your product. That's what your SEO is. It's your searchability. And so with these Airbnb welcome book template, that is what someone might type into the Etsy search bar to find your product. Or they could type in this house host manual guidebook template or real estate Canva template. So vacation rental template. And then I'm scrolling down and I'm going to look down here. So explore related searches and more related searches. So this is what Etsy is telling you people are typing into the search bar. And so you want to just do different variations. So like holiday welcome book. So we haven't done that one yet. You can do short-term rental template. So something like that. So these are just the words that you're going to want to put into your tag. So you can have 13 tags and you're going to type them into this section. So like short-term rental, we can do that. So that could be a tag. And let's see. Yeah. So there we go. Short-term rental. You can put that as a tag. And so you just want to fill this up with 13 tags. And then what you're going to do is go up here to your product title. And you are just going to repeat those tags until you get a title that this is a product title here until you get something that looks like this. So, and you want to use either these, I don't know what that symbol's called, but you want to use like those lines there or a comma. to separate your keywords. So you don't just want it to be one big long run-on sentence looking thing that's hard to read. You want to separate each keyword or key phrase so that people can tell when one ends and when the next one begins. And so that's just what you're going to do for your product title. And then you'll go down in your description and again, see here, this editable Airbnb welcome book template. So I think that's what they have up here. Airbnb welcome book template. Yep. Airbnb welcome book template. So you just want to repeat your words you used in your tags and your title. You want to repeat them into your description where it sounds like you're talking to a human. You don't just want to just list out all of your keywords. That is called keyword stuffing, and we don't want to do that. You just want it to sound like you are using these naturally in a sentence. And so you're going to repeat your words from your title into your description, and that is going to help Etsy know what your product is so they can show it to the correct people. And step 5 is you are going to rinse and repeat this process. Find a PLR product, which is a done for you template, or if it's super simple, you can just create the product yourself from scratch. If you are not a designer, then you might want to go ahead and use a template that you can just quickly edit. So then after that, you're going to make your listing photos, do your SEO. So list your product using SEO, find those tags, repeat the tags in your title, repeat those words in your product description. And that way Etsy knows what your product is so they can show it to the correct people. And then rinse and repeat again for the next product. So that's how you're going to get to 1,000 sales. Keep the process super simple, make it repeatable so that you can just do it on autopilot. And whenever you are doing your products, you do not have to create a new product from scratch every single time. So with that Airbnb welcome book template, even though it's a template they can edit themselves, the presentation of it, they might not like what it looks like. And so for your template, you can just maybe make one where you have a different style font. So you change the writing and then you list that product. Your listing photos will look very similar. You'll just insert the new product type, your tags, your title, all of that will be exactly the same, but your product, your listing photos will just be different because you've made a slight variation to your font. Or you can change, like that one had like a green color. Maybe someone doesn't like that green color and you notice that when you do it as blue, more people buy it. And so you can just make small tweaks to your product and then relist it as a totally different product. So that is just adding variation. So now let's go into a few pro tips that I have to help you make your first 1,000 sales on Etsy. So the first thing is to know that if you already have an Etsy shop, you can sell digital products and physical products in the same shop. So you don't have to have two completely different shops that you're trying to manage. You can sell physical and digital products in the same shop. So make sure on your digital products that somewhere in there in the listing photos, it says something like instant download. So make sure people know which products will be shipped and which products will not be shipped, just so there's no confusion. The second pro tip is to know that you do not have to niche down your shop. I prefer to just niche down my categories. And so what this means is that instead of having an entire shop digital planners, I would just have a category of digital planners. And then I could have a category of birthday invitations, or I could have a category of printable games. You don't have to have a shop with just one type of product in it. I see people with multi-niche shops making thousands of dollars a month, and they just have categories. We have our categories that are just niche down so people can find them. So if someone is looking for a birthday invitation, they just go to that category of my shop. But my entire shop has all types of products in it. So you do not need to stress yourself out trying to find a niche, especially when you don't know what types of products you want to sell. I think it's better to start with creating a bunch of different products, seeing which one takes off. And then if you liked creating that product, then you can make more of that. But you do not need to pigeonhole yourself into one niche or making one type of product and then you don't make sales because you're committed to this niche that's not selling. So test different types of product types and see which one takes off. The third pro tip that I have for you is I do not use social media, but if I did, the only social media I would use in the beginning are Facebook groups. I would reach out to admin. So make sure the Facebook group has your ideal audience in it. So if you are making like fitness things like fitness guides and fitness printables for like postpartum moms, I would go to Facebook and find like postpartum fitness groups for moms. And I would reach out to the admin and see if they allow any type of promotion, because a lot of the admins do, like you may pay like $20 a month or something, and then you can promote your products in the group. And so that is the only type of social media marketing I would do with my Etsy shop, especially if you have no idea how to market on social media. So I know it can look simple where people are creating these reels or TikTok videos and it looks like they're making a lot of sales, but that is an art form. So they know how to do hooks. They know how to do transitions where they keep you engaged. They're doing things where you don't even know they're doing to keep you engaged in the video. And so that takes practice. That takes a lot of work to learn. And so if you don't know how to do those things, I would just focus on adding more and more products to your shop and letting Etsy promote those products for you within Etsy, because you're going to make a lot more sales just sticking with the Etsy platform instead of trying to learn how to do Etsy, how to do like listing photos, how to create products, learning all of that. So that's going to be a lot to learn at first. So I would just stick with learning one thing, mastering one thing, which would be how to get Etsy to promote my products for me. And then once you learn how to get Etsy to promote your products for you, then I would move to social media. And like I said, I would start with Facebook groups because that's going to be the easiest way to start. You're just going to comment, reply to people's comments, answer questions, and occasionally you'll drop your link for your product. And the good thing about that is that in Facebook groups, when people see new comments, it keeps boosting the post up. People can keep clicking on your links, your product links, for like years to come. So if you do want to do any type of social media marketing, I would just do Facebook group. The fourth pro tip that I have is to make sure you're taking your time with your listing photos. So many people are so focused on adding all of these products, getting a bunch of products up, and then they don't make any sales. And that's because they rush through their listing photos. Your listing photos are the first impression someone has of your Etsy shop. And so if you are competing with all of the other listing photos on Etsy, your product has to stand out, because why would I click on your listing photo over the other one? You're telling me, like, you're showing me what the value. I need to understand the immediate value of your product. I need to be able to look at your listing photo and see like, oh my gosh, I get 100 pages. I can edit it, save me so much time. Like, tell me the value of your product. So that is the importance of your listing photo. So do not rush through creating your listing photos, because even if you have 100 products in your Etsy shop, if your listing photos don't look good, then you're just wasting your time, because no one's going to bother clicking on them, which means you're not going to make any sales. And the last tip I have is to try to list seasonal and trending products, because those are going to help you make more sales faster, because they're going to be highly searched products. So if something is trending, that means it's super popular. And so a lot of people are going to be searching for that product, but not very many people are going to be making them, which means you'll have low competition. So I would stick with trending products, and then your seasonal products, which will be things like Valentine's Day products, things for Christmas, things for Mother's Day, summer routine chart. So things like that, where they're going to be more high demand during certain seasons of the year. I would focus on those types of products, so seasonal products and trending products, and making sure that you get those added to your Etsy shop at least 45 days before that time of year. So for like your Valentine's Day products, I would make sure you get them listed in your shop. Try to have them at least 45 days or at minimum 30 days before that actual holiday comes up. Or like if you have something for the summer, try to get it listed like 30 days prior to like kids getting out of school for the summer. So making sure that you're listing them in advance so that Etsy will have time to figure out what your product is. So whenever like Valentine's Day does roll around or summer rolls around, then Etsy already knows what your product is and they can show it to the correct people. In my mentorship program, the Sales Sprint, I show you exactly how I do this process and how I've made 4,500 sales on Etsy selling digital products. So if you're interested in learning more about that, head to the description where you can see all of the details of how we can work together to get your shop up and running, or to get you more views to your shops, which will actually turn into sales. That's what I focus on in the Sales Sprint, is helping you make sales on Etsy. And make sure you watch this video next, where I show you how to find profitable digital product ideas. I have some free methods in there and paid methods, but either way, this video is going to help you find profitable ideas so that you can make more sales on Etsy.